To further enrich this process, we will invite AI experts from across the globe to work with us in shaping these policies. This will be complemented by engaging a broader global community, academia, industry, and the public to crowdsource the ideas and also the solutions. This approach of us will allow us to stay at the forefront of AI advancements as we continue to update our policies based on the insights and development from in and around the world. We will also implement the stringent regulations to prevent the misuse of the AI technologies, such as deepfakes and AI-driven misinformation, thereby protecting individuals, institutions, and democratic processes. We would like, in this manner, we would like to take the help of, the premier institutions of law. The VC over here, Mr. Krishna Devaraya is here, and we would like to sensitize ourselves in framing and regulating the policy framework from around the globe. Additionally, we will democratize data access by making anonymous government data widely available, fueling AI innovation while ensuring stringent data privacy and security measures. Infrastructure alone, however, as said by our special CSJ, is not sufficient to drive the innovation we aspire to achieve. This is why we are forging partnership with leading universities and the corporations to ensure that the AI research in Telangana is deep and broad, fostering an environment where ideas can flourish and transformed into real-world solutions. We would like to support AI-driven workforce transformation. We would like to promote AI literacy and public engagement. We shall ensure accountability in AI deployment. We will combat AI-driven misinformation. We shall leverage AI for sustainable development. We have taken the Japan's example of balancing innovation with ethical AI. We would like to also see, not only Hyderabad, our Chief Minister, Mr. Revant Reddy, and our government vision is to see that we make all our 33 districts in Telangana as growth engines, which shall be contributing to our overarching goal of becoming a $1 trillion economy in the near future and $3 trillion economy in the next decade. This is not just a vision, not a dream. It is a plan backed by strategic investments, robust infrastructure, and unyielding focus on innovation. This is more than our goal. It is our collective destiny, a future where every citizen benefits from advancements we pioneer and where Telangana stands as a global beacon of progress and innovation. In line with our Honorable Chief Minister, we are establishing the AI City, Artificial Intelligence City, on a 200-acre site near Hyderabad, dedicating an ecosystem for AI research, development, and also their applications. This is an ambitious project, I do agree, but we are committed and we will place Telangana at the heart of the global AI innovation, solidifying our state as a technological powerhouse. While this AI city takes shape, we are ensuring that AI-driven companies can commence operations quickly by partnering with, WTC, the World Trade Center Shemshabad, offering 2 lakh square feet of world-class office as an interim measure, ever north. This strategic initiative not only accelerates the establishment of AI companies, in our state, but also lays the groundwork for further expansion in AI city once it is ready. The AI city will be cradle for groundbreaking advancement, but our vision doesn't stop here.
The biggest challenge for any leader across the world is not wealth management or capital management. It actually is people management. Because the best of the people, in fact, deliver the goods and basically make an enterprise or an institution or an entity successful. That's a fact. Now, the case in point, I'd like to narrate a quick story. Now, we always measure our economies in terms of trillions. We hear terms such as GDP, the gross domestic product, the gross state domestic product. We also hear terms such as per capita, etc., etc. But in my humble opinion, and without having to, I hope I'm not offending anybody when I say this, I think sometimes these can be misleading. The numbers, especially when it comes to numbers, it can be misleading. Because if you think about it for a minute, by virtue of our size as a nation, we are a 1.4 billion nation. We are, in fact, as of last week, if I am correct, we have recently surpassed China, and we are the most populous nation in the world today. So by sheer virtue of the size of our people, the size of our country, the population, the economy looks big. It is about $3.4 trillion now. But if you look at the per capita, by GDP, by economy, we're the fifth largest in the world. But if you look at per capita, we're actually the 142nd country in the world by per capita. Our per capita is only 2,400 USD. So the real measure, if you ask me, how does one understand the trillions of dollars of economy that is being talked about? How does one balance GDP and wealth? Now, for those of you who are wondering, what is the difference between GDP and wealth? If you ask me, GDP is a reflection, gross state domestic product, the 5 trillion, the $10 trillion, etc., are a reflection of the economic activity of a nation. It could be in the previous year, or GDP forecast could be about economic activity that is likely to unfold in the next quarter, in the next couple of quarters, or next 1 year, etc., etc. But what is the wealth of a nation? The wealth of a nation is actually a collection as a combination of its assets, both natural resources, its human resources, and how they are likely to influence the economic activity over a longer term, how the depreciation of these assets, these resources, the depletion of these resources, and how the utilization of these resources is intricately linked to ensuring long-term sustainable growth in line with the developmental aspirations of that particular nation. So, let me not confuse you, without giving you examples. I'll give you two examples. Back in 1987, China and India, exactly 35 years ago, two countries with similar size of human resources had the exact same size of GDP, 1987. But if you actually now move 35 years ahead and look at the current times and current date, China's economy is almost at $18 trillion, and we are languishing at $3.4 trillion. China's per capita is 13,000 US dollars. Our per capita is 2,400 US dollars. So what am I talking about here? What did China do that India didn't in the last 35 years? In my humble opinion, if I have to sum it up properly in one single line, I think China managed its aspirations, its developmental goals, and ensured that the natural resources and human resources were put to good effective use, and has competed with the West and the best in the world to ensure it reached where it is. But even China has a long way to go. If you look at the size of the economy versus the size of the people, huge difference. I'll give you one example of another Asian country which has done tremendously well purely because of the intellect of its people.